Hello and welcome back to the Art of Crafting by Asma. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make these cute little charms out of air drying clay. This is not polymer clay and requires no baking. The end product dries to a rubbery finish and you can easily use these in your greeting cards or scrapbook. This cannot be used for jewelry making because the end product is quite soft. So you can use it as embellishments, as charms in any of your craft project. Today I'll be showing you how to make all of these charms. We'll be needing air drying clay. This is also called as foam clay as the end product results in a foam like consistency. Along with this clay I had received these three tools. The first tool has a toothpick like end and a surface to scoop up the clay and a rounded tip to make any dome shape. The second tool has a chiseled end which is very useful and a butter knife. And the third tool has two rounded tips. Now let us make a first charm, which is a rainbow. I'm taking a small ball sized pink colored clay. I'm rolling it up so that it forms a thin strand. Now while you're rolling it, use your two fingers to extend horizontally so that you can lengthen your clay. By extending your fingers, you're lengthening the clay and then roll it so that it's uniformly thick. I'm shaping it in the form of a rainbow and cutting off the excess since it's too long. I'll use the remaining in something else. Now while working with the clay, make sure that you keep the clay in a Ziploc bag. This is to ensure that it does not dry out as this clay is prone to drying. Work quickly and make sure to store away all your clay in a Ziploc bag. Now the same process again, I'm making another strand out of the green clay. Now fix the green clay to the pink one. And slowly join them together. I have made another strand of blue clay and joining it to the green one. And lastly, I'm using a yellow colored strand and joining it to the rainbow. So I'm making a 4-colored rainbow here. You could use any colors, any amount of colors. Now that it's done, I'm just going to chop off the excess. Now time to make the clouds. To make a cloud, take a white colored ball sized clay and flatten it with the help of your palm. Or you can use a rolling pin like this and just flatten it out. Once you flatten it out, pick it up from the side using this tool. It helps to scoop up the clay and use the reverse side as it's very smooth. Now I'm going to use the toothpick tool to trace out a cloud design. Just prick it with that tool to get a brief design of that cloud and then go over it once more to make deeper grooves. Once that's done, take your chiseled end and cut out all your tracings. Now your cloud shape is ready, just smoothen out the curves. Use this round tip tool to smoothen out the grooves. And scoop it up using the tool and fix it to one end of your rainbow. I made another cloud similarly I'll fix that as well to the other side of the rainbow. There you go, our first charm is ready, and the back side looks like this. Now once it's dried, it should look something like this. It's quite firm and sturdy, although it's flexible, but it will not break. I had made another rainbow like this. It's quite tiny, so we have small, medium and large size rainbows now. Now time to make a second charm, which is the lollipop. Using the same technique, make 3 strands of clay and join them together like this. Starting from the top, start rotating these strands. They should start looking like a marshmallow over here. Continue rotating it till the end. Once that's done, coil up the clay in this motion so that it starts to form the head of the lollipop. While rolling it, make sure to keep pressing it to form that round shape. And the head of lollipop is done. Now take some matchsticks that have these wax sticks. These are ideal for making the lollipop stick. Trim off the end and poke it into the lollipop head, slowly working your way inside till it's firmly stuck. And when the lollipop dries, this stick should firmly stick to the head of the lollipop. Here I have made these lollipops earlier. This is a cute little one in pink, blue and yellow colors. This is quite big comparatively. I had made this one as well. It's quite small in size. And this one is such a pretty color, and look at the bow. I'm gonna show you how to make the bow as well. Pick some red clay to make your bow charm. Small ball sized amount. Roll it up into a ball and press it to flatten it. And now keep flattening it and pinch the center using your 2 fingers. So you immediately get a bow shape. Pinch the center with the help of your fingernails so that you get a sharp center. And look, the bow shape is already ready. Half of the work is done. Now I'm going to just shape it up and make the edges clean using my fingers. Now using the toothpick tool, I will be making these grooves in the sides of the bow to give that shape. Now using the round tip, I'm going to smoothen out all the sharp edges, especially the grooves that we made using the toothpick tool. Now using a chisel tool, I'm going to give a little bit of structure to the bow by making these lines. And then make one line at the center of the bow to form that knot shape. And 2 at the sides of the knot. Look, now our bow actually looks like a bow. Let's make the dangling ends of the bow. For this I'm taking a small strand and double up the strand on both the sides. So once I've doubled it up, just pinch it and break that part. So I have something like this, which I'm going to now stick it behind the bow. Similarly for the other end. And our bow charm is ready. So you could either put it on the lollipop or use it separately. Next up is a heart charm. For this I'll use a blue color clay. Again, taking a ball size, just roll it up and time to flatten it. It depends on you how much thickness you want. Since I'm using in scrapbook, I want really thin heart. And using the toothpick tool, I'm tracing out a heart shape. And again going over it, this time deeper. Once the prickings are done, use your chisel tool to cut off the excess along the marked lines. Taking off all the excess, now you're left with a heart shape. Just smoothen out all your edges and curves. Use your fingers or you can use any of your tools. And now the heart shape is ready. This is another heart that I had made previously. And now using the leftover clay, we can just make smaller hearts, just shaping it with the finger. So I made a ball shape and then pricking my fingernail right in the center and making that groove of the heart. And then pinching the sides, I made smaller hearts. Now this is just you need to do with practice. It's freehand and I just made those small hearts. And now time to make the last charm, which is the star charm. I'm going to use purple color this time. Flatten out the ball and we are going to take our toothpick tool and draw a star shape by lightly pricking it. If you have a stencil at home, you could use that stencil to draw a heart. I don't have any stencil, so I'm just doing it by freehand. And taking the chisel tool, I am cutting off all the edges. Just using your fingers, shape the edges so that there are no sharp lines and unevenness. This is another star I had made earlier. For this I had made eyes out of white clay and just drew a smile with the black pen. So these are all the types of charms that I showed you today: the bow, star, heart, lollipop and the rainbow. I hope you liked this tutorial and it was interesting for you to try something out like this. Do give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks for watching.